watching WXYZ 7. Now, Action News at 11.
We have local breaking news on Detroit's east side tonight. At least one person hurt in a house explosion. Good evening. That blast rocked the house, blew out 2 walls, and set the entire home on fire. Action News reporter Camille Amiri is standing by live on Detroit's east side tonight with the very latest for us. Camille?
And Stephen, firefighters say this appears to be a natural gas explosion. Take a look at this. Windows literally exploded out. How loud was that boom? You said it shook your house.
It was a big boom. And because it blew the sides of the house out. That's why it was a big boom, and then, you know, the house was burning fast.
That's how Gail Smith describes the house explosion that happened across the street. She called 911 and says firefighters were on the scene in a matter of minutes. With the wall literally ready to collapse, the family got out alive. One member taken to an area hospital. Cinnamon, the family dog, rescued from the basement, scared and shivering, but all right. Now, it was originally believed that a person was trapped inside that basement. Of course, it instead ended up being the family dog trapped inside. But okay, as you're able to see, standing in a couple feet of water. As far as the mother goes, we are unclear on her condition as of now. We are live on Detroit's east side. Camille Amiri, Channel 7 Action News.
All right, thank you, Camille. Students at a local high school are divided tonight after 2 days of racially charged incidents. Action News reporter Cheryl Choden is live at Hamtramck High with more on the story. Cheryl?
And Diana, police and school officials here in Hamtramck are very concerned about the increased tensions between African-American and Arab-American students and the violence it has resulted. And sadly, police say they have seen this in years past.
I just thought I was going to die. That's all. I just thought they was going to kill me.
17-year-old Dale Edge was rushed to Detroit Receiving Hospital today, along with his friend Thurman Watts. The Hamtramck High School students say, and a police report confirms, that they were jumped by some young Arab men and beaten and rammed with a car as they were walking home from school.
They was coming at us with poles and bats and stuff, so we ran. And as we was running, the white Grand Dam was trying to hit us.
They just came out with bats and broad knuckles. We ran to the store. We was almost way to the store and we got hit by a car.
Police believe it is a result of escalating tension in the school between Arab and African-American students.
I don't know, just a lot of tension in our school, I guess.
Yesterday, there was an exchange of fireworks and bottles and words in the cafeteria that spilled outside after school, where police and their cars became the targets. 2 young Arab men were arrested, and Dale and Thurman believe they were attacked today just because they are black, even though they say they had nothing to do with the trouble at school.
It's a whole different bunch of nationalities in our school, and we all should just get along up in there.
They should get to the bottom of this and, you know, just try to calm everything down, because we're in school to learn, get our education. We're not here to fight.
Now, school officials have called a meeting for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Parents and students, both African-American and Arab-American, coming together to discuss this, hoping for some sort of peaceful resolution. At Hamtramck High School, I'm Cheryl Choden, Channel 7 Action News.
All right, Cheryl, we certainly hope they work it out. Well, the weather has calmed down dramatically since this time last night, but those wicked winds certainly left their mark. Right now, a total of 27,000 people are still without power. Oakland County is the most affected, 17,000 customers still in the dark. There are some 7,000 outages in Wayne County. The rest are scattered around southeastern Michigan. Let's check in now with Action News reporter Glenda Lewis, live in Bloomfield Township with the very latest. Glenda?
Well, Stephen, as of about an hour ago, there is now light for the 3,000 DTE customers in this area that lost power yesterday when the wicked winds blew through. It almost looks like a giant shadow swallowing what was once Middle Belt Road near Lone Pine in Bloomfield Township.
It's a mess, and it's very cold and very dark and no hot water, and it's not pleasant.
As area residents feel their way through the darkness, DTE crews are just down the street trying to brighten up the block. They say a little push from Mother Nature caused this tree to collide with a 40,000-watt power line, taking hundreds of homes' lights along with it.
When the trees get intertwined with the power lines, it causes outages, and that's probably most of Edison's problems is trees.
And while there is not much to do but wait patiently, many residents are making light of the matter. They say just another half hour.
We can handle it.
Take care. Well, not everybody is happy about the brightness. A young girl in the back of her mother's van just pulled up beside us a couple of minutes ago, rolled down the window and said, "I guess this means I'll have to go to school tomorrow." Live in Bloomfield Township, Glenda Lewis, Channel 7 Action News.
I guess so. Thank you very much, Glenda. The water in the Trenton Channel is suddenly gone, leaving dozens of boats high and dry, and you can blame this on those fierce winds, which literally pushed the water downriver. Levels dropped an incredible 3 feet in the last 24 hours. Lake Point Marina employees are worried that once the wind shifts back, the water could come flooding back with a vengeance. The marina also says if owners can't get their boats out to winterize them, they could freeze in the cold weather.
In tonight's Detroit Security Watch, the city will receive millions of dollars from the federal government to help keep you safe. The government is passing out $675 million to cities to help enhance security. The money is supposed to help prevent, respond, and recover from terrorist attacks. New York gets the biggest piece of the pie, about $47 million. Chicago is second with $34 million. Detroit is 15th with about $13.7 million.
Operation Iron Hammer continues to pound away at suspected guerrilla targets in Iraq. For the second straight night, the U.S. launched air and ground assaults, hitting buildings all around Iraq, trying to shut down the constant attacks on U.S. forces. And U.S. Central Command is moving closer to the action. CENTCOM is shifting its headquarters back from Florida to Qatar. U.S. commanders say the move will allow them to act on intelligence more quickly.
Osama bin Laden got some FaceTime on an Italian television station today. The station aired what it says are unseen images of bin Laden that were stored in a computer allegedly belonging to an Islamic leader. The station says it doesn't know when the footage was shot. Tonight, the footage and the computer are in the hands of investigators. The FBI and Secret Service are investigating vandalism at Penn State University that threatens President Bush. Someone painted the words "Bush dies December 10th, 2003 and Iraq" on a statue on the university's campus. Penn State says vandalism is rare and it's usually associated with football games. Police have no witnesses or suspects in custody tonight.
Here at home, a domestic disturbance turned deadly is making news in Detroit now. Police say a 42-year-old man was stabbed to death inside his West Side home today. Now, investigators believe it went down like this. His wife grabbed a knife during an argument. He swung a broom, ran at her, and ran directly into the knife. Police haven't decided whether to file charges. And the hockey team at Eastern Michigan University is on mighty thin ice. EMU suspended the entire team for 4 years after they made freshman players dress up as women and shaved their heads as part of a hazing prank. The players are appealing the decision. For more on the stories making news around Detroit tonight, log on to our website at detnow.com.
Two brothers convicted of the 1985 killing of two Detroit area hunters have learned their fate tonight. Donald and Raymond Duvall will serve life in prison without parole. They were convicted of killing Brian Ogden of St. Clair Shores and David Till of Troy. Their bodies and the vehicle were never recovered. Investigators in Georgia are now re-examining the remains of a small child to figure out if it's the body of DeJuan Sims. The 4-year-old disappeared from Wonderland Mall 9 years ago. The badly decomposed body was found near Atlanta in 1999, wearing clothes designed for a northern climate. Investigators were confused about the child's age and first said the body couldn't be DeJuan. But now they're not sure and are asking DeJuan's parents to submit a DNA sample to compare to the remains.
Tonight you're going to meet this rising star who may give Britney Spears a run for her money.
A security guard may have had his gun drawn on him tonight while the store he was guarding was robbed. I'm Glenn Zimmerman. Those details straight ahead.
Plus, a brand new poultry pot that will go perfect with your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, we had gray skies, a fighting wind, and snow flurries today, but Friday's forecast is much brighter. I'll have all the details coming right up.
Now, here's a look at what's ahead on Action News at 11.
Miss America's tragedy.
It terrorizes me every day and night.
Plus 13 years in a vegetative state. Should Terry Schiavo live or die? The video that changed a lot of minds. Next, Oprah.
Tomorrow at 4 on 7.
Tents, backpack, sleeping bag. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Can't wait for yours? Now, during the Jeep year-end sales drive, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease a Grand Cherokee for just $239 a month and get our 770 powertrain limited warranty. Hurry to your Chrysler and Jeep superstores and see how good the best values in America can be.
Kohl's holiday sale starts Friday at 8 a.m. with 40 to 50% savings on outerwear for the whole family. Take an extra 15% off diamond, gemstone, and pearl jewelry, already 55% off. Save 50% on all kids sets. Take 40% off all St. Nicholas Square Trimmetry and holiday candles. Plus, save an extra 15% on everything every time you use your Kohl's charge through Monday at Kohl's holiday sale. Kohl's. Give happy, get happy.
Aardvan went to factory owners during this tough economy and guaranteed them large orders in return for greatly reduced prices. Prices you have to see to believe during Aardvan's special purchase sale. This weekend, get 55% off this 4-piece Italian leather living room with sofa, love seat, chair, and ottoman. Compare at $4,000, now only $17.99. Plus, you do not pay for 1.5 years, and there's free next-day delivery. So don't miss the extra savings, only at Aardvan's special purchase sale.
Would you expect a 240 horsepower 24-valve VTEC V6 engine, a traction control system, a 5-speed automatic transmission, and a spacious leather-appointed interior? The 2004 Accord EX V6 from Honda. Accelerate your expectations.
Get special API financing as low as 1.9% for up to 36 months on the 2004 Accord.
A Washington man is in trouble tonight after pleading guilty to hitting a man with his car and driving with the victim stuck to the windshield. Prosecutors say 29-year-old Troy Hagan drove 4 blocks before he removed the body from his car. Hagan then went somewhere else before he called police. His lawyer says he left the scene to get a better signal for his cell phone.
The alleged victim was a no-show, but her parents and brothers watched as basketball star Kobe Bryant waived the formal reading of the rape charges against him. Bryant is accused of raping a 19-year-old Colorado hotel employee last June. Bryant sat quietly today as attorneys argued over access to physical evidence. The judge eventually set 2 pretrial hearing dates of December 19th and January 23rd. Bryant is required to appear at both of them.
And just ahead, Cedar Point is hoping to make a big splash with a new attraction.
Well, the type of beer you drink could determine how healthy your heart will be.
She's a 13-year-old girl from Romeo with a fantastic voice. I'm Heather Catallo, and I'll introduce you to a local rising star coming up.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Walsh College. Join other business leaders at the Barry Tribute Dinner supporting the Walsh Scholarship Program on November 14th at the Ritz.
With a 140 horsepower engine and responsive handling, we put the fun back into the compact car, the Saturn Ion. Finance the new 2004 Saturn Ion 1 with air conditioning and CD player for $179 a month. See your retailer for details.
Hey, sweetie. Mom, Dad.
Who's your friend?
This is my boyfriend, Spider.
Well, hi, Spider. Why don't you join us for dinner tonight?
Well, he seemed really nice.
Yeah.
When you're saving money, you're happy. Meyer.
Excuse me. I only have 2 items. Would you like to go ahead of me? Oh, come on. No, come on, I insist.
Thank you.
Go on.
When you're saving money, you're happy. Meyer.
Hey, Ahmed.
Hey.
Have you heard about this new French dip and Swiss sandwich?
Yeah, sounds great, especially the new baguette and the thicker au juice.
It's au jus.
Au juice.
No, au jus.
Juice.
Jus.
Juice?
Jus.
Juice.
Introducing Arby's new French Dip and Swiss. Oven roasted beef and Big Eye Swiss on a soft baguette. Dip it in new, thicker, richer au jus. Try Arby's new French Dip and Swiss.
What are you eating today?
Ho, ho, ho! It's all Christmas music. Coming soon on 100.3 WNIC.
It's the most wonderful time.
100% Christmas music on 100.3 WNIC.
You know what happened to Neo?
Your friend needs your help.
He needs all our help.
As long as there is a single breath in his body, he will never give up, and neither can we.
The Matrix Revolutions, rated R. Now playing.
It's double trouble for a security guard at a local dollar store. Two men robbed a Family Dollar in Detroit, stealing cash and forcing the guard to hand over his gun. Action News reporter Glenn Zimmerman is standing by live on Detroit's northwest side with more on how this has happened before. Glenn?
Yeah, it has happened before, and that's really what makes this story that much more peculiar. Hugs of relief for customers finally outside this Family Dollar store at McNichols in the Lodge. You see, they were inside during an armed robbery.
They were just saying, don't try, get down on the floor, the usual.
The suspects entered the store with guns drawn. One had two guns and immediately went over to the security guard, who was also armed.
They approached him at gunpoint, ordered him, and they took his weapon.
The security guard just came back to work on Wednesday after 4 days off to calm down. Why? Well, last week, the same suspects struck.
They're fitting the same description as today's.
Once again, they entered with guns drawn, and then once again took the same security guard's gun. He chased them down the street this time, but they got away. Between the two robberies, they stole more than $11,000 in cash from the store, but fortunately, no one was hurt. Now, those suspects are still on the loose. Police are still looking for them. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Detroit Police Department directly. Now, as for the security guard, I did not speak with him, but police officers tell me he is clearly shaken, but he's doing okay. Reporting live here on the west side, I'm Glenn Zimmerman, Channel 7 Action News.
All right, thank you, Glenn. An Atlanta area man is facing the music tonight. Police say he is part of the largest music piracy operation ever discovered in the U.S. Investigators arrested colleague Ahmad Satari, also known as DJ Rock. He's suspected of running a counterfeit CD and audio cassette manufacturing and distribution business. Police say he has been doing business since 1999. Its retail value is estimated at $50 million.
All right, you've heard of turkey poppers that pop up and tell you your turkey's done. Now there's turkey pop, which tells us the holiday has gotten way out of hand. Seattle-based Jones Soda has come up with a turkey and gravy-flavored soda for the holiday season. This poultry pop will be available for a limited time and only in Washington State and here in Michigan. You can look for it if you like the week of Thanksgiving, but we can guarantee it will taste foul. Foul. If you can't get enough of Cedar Point during the summer, a new addition will let you get to the point all year long. Cedar Point is building an indoor water park resort. The $22 million project will have a Caribbean theme, 200 hotel rooms, a big old wave pool, and a water roller coaster. And you can go there year-round. The resort is scheduled to open in about a year.
Oh, I hope my granddaughter takes me.
Oh, you'll go.
I
Trust
can't
me,
wait.
you will go. You'll be up on the water slide. Jerry's standing by right now with weather that's not conducive to outdoor water activities.
Yeah, that's for sure. Speaking of outdoor water, they've had their hands full down in West Virginia. While we were getting those thunder showers yesterday afternoon, they were swamped with up to 4 inches of rain. A couple of counties down there declared disaster areas today by West Virginia's governor, as they had 4 inches of rain yesterday. At least 100 roads were closed. One man was washed away and killed when his car was swamped by a flooding creek. Around here, things are nice and quiet tonight. The winds have even settled down. 9 miles per hour now out of Detroit Metro Airport, 10-mile-per-hour wind at Ann Arbor, and 14 at Pontiac. It's one of the stronger wind gusts right now. That high wind advisory was canceled earlier today. The winds will continue to decrease tonight. They'll stay pretty much between 10 and 20 miles an hour as far as wind gusts are concerned. 31 degrees right now in Detroit, 27 in Marquette. The cold air still firmly in place overnight tonight. But over the next 5 days, things are going to warm up dramatically. We'll be in the 40s and the 50s by the time the next 5 days are over with. We've got clear skies right now. We do still have some clouds moving down from the north, so we'll have some periods of cloudiness overnight. By the way, those lake effect snowfalls today were pretty hefty in some spots of the state. 8 inches up at Calumet in the Keweenaw Peninsula, 4 inches at Paradise north of Sault Ste. Marie. Traverse City had 5 inches, and Alpena 6 inches of snow today. It's winding down tonight, though. We're still getting some snow in western New York and Pennsylvania as the cold air continues to flow across the area. High temperatures tomorrow around here with plenty of sunshine. We'll get up to 45 at Novi and Fraser, 46 degrees at Canton, and 47 degrees down at Schofield. 42 degrees are high in Detroit today, 31 the low, and for the first time this season, we've had a trace of snow. 31 degrees right now here in Detroit. We've got clear skies across the area. 30 degrees out at Pontiac, 28 right now at Mount Clemens, 30 degrees at Port Huron, and it's 29 in Ann Arbor. Our forecast, partly cloudy the remainder of tonight. 30 degrees will be our overnight low. It's not going to get a whole lot colder than it is right now. For tomorrow, breezy and milder. We'll climb to a high of 46. On Friday, we'll start out with a mix of clouds and sun in the morning, but then plenty of sunshine for the afternoon. A westerly wind will blow at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Shouldn't be a problem tomorrow. Now, we've got sunshine in the forecast for both Saturday and Sunday, but also the chance of showers late in the day on Saturday. And on Sunday, we might have some lingering showers as we get a weak disturbance moving overhead. But weekend temperatures aren't bad in the mid-40s, and then we jump into the 50s for the start of next week. Sunshine on Monday, and again, a chance of some scattered showers on Tuesday. Now, I know a lot of people had plans on going out there raking the leaves this weekend. After yesterday, they don't have to worry about it. Somebody else's problem now.
Yes, somebody else, like Ohio's, I think.
Thank you, Chief.
All right.
Well, tonight you saw an interview with Britney Spears, a child star turned superstar. Now, an Action News reporter, Heather Catallo, introduces us to a local rising star who's hoping for her chance at fame.
R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T, H-S-E-C-P. Oh!
She's a tiny young lady with a big voice. Her name is Alyssa Simmons, and she wants to be a superstar.
I'm about to give you all my money, but all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my profits when I get old.
This 13-year-old from Romeo first started belting out the best of Motown at the age of 3, back when Dad's band used to practice in the basement.
She would always be down there next to the drums, and she knew all the words to the songs better than our lead singer did.
Tracy Simmons quickly realized his little girl has a lot of talent, so Alyssa signed up for voice lessons. Soon she was landing the lead in Annie and opening for Randy Travis. Now she performs at various local charity events. It's just the beginning.
I want to make it to the big time.
Alyssa's goal is to be on MTV, and she wants to perform in Times Square.
I love getting in front of people and just singing. Just to entertain. I love to perform like soul songs by like Aretha and Gladys Knight. I just love to sing.
Love is an understatement. 3 days a week.
Oh, say, does that
Alyssa trains for hours at Deborah's Stage Door in Rochester Hills.
I take piano, dance, acting, show choir, singing.
The entire family is behind Alyssa 100%, but Tracy says he's not pushing her.
Her talent's not going to go away. It's only going to improve. And so as it improves, we'll get to do bigger and bigger things as a stepping stone.
Alyssa heads to high school next year. Her parents are trying to keep life normal, but her performance schedule's getting busier by the day. They're hoping they can hold on to their little girl for a few more years until it's time for a record deal. I'm Heather Catallo, Channel 7 Action News.
Wow.
You go, girl. Alyssa can really belt them out there. Very talented. And maybe one day, Alyssa will be honored as the Woman of the Year. Britney Spears picked up the prestigious award from Glamour magazine this week. The pop star was recognized for her work with underprivileged children. Former POWs Jessica Lynch and Shoshana Johnson were also honored by the magazine.
I'm not alone in saying this tonight. I think Alyssa already sings better than Britney Spears.
She's really good.
Wish her luck. Something you can do tonight can get rid of your back pain. That story's coming up next.
Plus, the critics at this fashion show were simply melting over these yummy designs. But first, in tonight's 7 Stock Watch, the Dow lost 11 points, the NASDAQ dropped 6. We're back in a moment.
The cost of health insurance is on the rise, but we'll show you some simple steps to lower your premium.
We'll do that at 6:45. It's Action News Friday morning at 5 a.m. I'm Ted Koppel. Coming up on Nightline, he is respected and feared, probably in equal measure, and has more clout than any vice president in history. The Quiet American, tonight.
Tomorrow, one movie will take America by storm.
Blazing, Rolling Stone. Stirring, Time Magazine. It's Gladiator on the high seas. Russell Crowe. Master and Commander. Rated PG-13. Tomorrow.
Move up to an American leader in quality. Buick 2004. Power, style, elegance. Featuring LeSabre, the #1 seller in its class. 2004 is at your Buick dealer.
Know how to take advantage of a good thing? Then we've got a phone plan for you. Call anyone, anywhere from home. The more you talk, the better the deal. Go ahead, take advantage of us.
I believe in performance and having fun.
I believe in efficiency and making the most of what you have.
I believe in low-maintenance relationships.
I believe in saving the environment.
I believe in my Civic.
Get special APR financing as low as 2.9% for up to 60 months on 2004 Civics.
Mr. Porter, Mr. Martin will see you now.
Thanks. You're the CEO of a big health insurance company, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you realize that if you're in your 50s or 60s and your company doesn't cover you, it's basically impossible to get affordable health insurance?
Yes, I do.
Could you fix that?
Okay.
Great.
If one person could do it alone, the world wouldn't need AARP.
Regal, Century, LeSabre, Park Avenue. Now choose 3,000 cash back or 0 APR. Interest-free financing for 60 months at your Metro Detroit Buick dealer.
A new study finds a stout beer could help you keep a stout heart. Researchers found that drinking 2 glasses of dark beer prevents blood from clumping and forming the kinds of clots that can cause heart attacks. You may be sleeping on the wrong kind of mattress. A new study found mattresses with medium firmness, not hard, were best for people who suffer from lower back problems. And just in time for tomorrow's World Diabetes Day, the government announced more than 18 million Americans suffer from the disease, including 5 million who don't realize they have it.
Diana, here's a look at the headlines in tomorrow's Detroit Free Press. Customers apparently angry over the noisy engines in some GM trucks. A Lansing mental health program is setting a national example. And a review of the new Russell Crowe flick, Master and Commander. Is it really just Gladiator on the high seas? That's all in tomorrow's Detroit Free Press.
A former Wolverine loses his cool at court. Don's up next with sports.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We hope you are too.
Jerry Hodak's Doppler 7 forecast every day in the Free Press. Plus, don't miss the puck every Thursday. It's everything hockey, Red Wings, NHL, college and juniors, full color photos, and Steve Scher's Octopus Garden. The puck drops Thursdays only in the Free Press.
The Nissan Pathfinder has a lot of fans. They like the roominess, the cargo capacity, and the strong 240 horsepower engine. Now, lease a Pathfinder for just $299 per month during the 2003 Pathfinder sales event. So move your tail. Gate. The Nissan Pathfinder, $299 per month.
Shop at over 100 booths, clothing, riding accessories, gifts, artwork, jewelry, barns, trailers, and much more. The North American Horse Spectacular. This weekend, Novi Expo Center.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah! Rotisserie lovers rejoice. The Market Feast is back at Boston Market. With a whole sweet garlic rotisserie chicken, your choice of 3 bold new dipping sauces, 3 of your favorite large side dishes, 4 cornbread, and a family-sized brownie for just $15.99. You may end up needing a bigger family. Boston Market. We're always cooking.
13 hours isn't a long time, people. Hello? Shop. Stay. Go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Someone's going to buy you today. Come on, it's the holidays. Let's get a little festive, shall we? Value. Style. Next. It's the perfect gift. It's great for you. And look, it's your cousin Waldo. Hey, easy. This is the best 13 hours ever. Do you love it? I'll take that as a yes.
Save on great gifts at the Marshall Field's 13-hour sale. Saturday only.
Don't miss it.
I feel the rhythm, I feel the beat. Everybody's thinking Ford first on the street.
Your Metro Detroit Ford dealers have a great clearance deal on the 2003 Focus. Save thousands with 0% financing for 72 months or $2,500 cash back on every 2003 Focus in stock. Plus, Focus comes standard with a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain extended service plan.
The Metro Detroit Ford dealers think Ford first.
No, Donnie, it wasn't too smart of a move.
No, he got a little testy, and he really didn't need to do this, and I don't get it. But Tyrone Wheatley hit a still photographer outside a federal courthouse in San Francisco today. The guy wanted a picture of him as he's walking in to testify before a grand jury. Now, Wheatley didn't like it, so he reached out right here and just slaps the guy in his camera. He threatened him. He cursed him. Here it is again, and there's just no reason for this. Wheatley's one of 5 NFL players appearing today, answering questions about nutritional supplements given to him by a lab. The league says those supplements might be a new kind of steroid. One thing Michigan doesn't need now is the flu going through its locker room. And I guess some guys weren't feeling well recently. Well, Lloyd has a solution to that problem.
We have flu shots going around, and of course I'm the only one, I think, in the whole program that gets a flu shot. I'd recommended them. I told them don't be intimidated by a needle. But those guys don't seem to like flu shots. Matter of fact, John told me he got one 2 or 3 years ago at my recommendation, and he was sicker than a dog for 3 days, so he doesn't put much stock in my recommendations.
At least when it comes to his medical recommendations. More with Lloyd of the Big Ten Ticket Saturday, 11:30, looking at Michigan, Northwestern, MSU, Wisconsin. Lloyd's quarterback John Navarre, he was talking about there, today named a semifinalist for the Davey O'Brien Quarterback Award, given each year to the best QB in the country. Navarre has his team in position to win the Big Ten title. And MSU's Jeff Smoker is also a semifinalist. He's led the Spartans to a record few thought they'd have right now. There are 10 semifinalists. Well, now the Lions have won 2 games in a row, Lions quarterback Joey Harrington was asked today how different this week feels as the team prepares for Sunday's game at Seattle.
It's a different attitude around here. I mean, you can just, it's just such a lighter feeling coming in. You don't have to work as hard getting out of bed on Monday. You don't have to struggle into the meetings. You know you're on a winning streak, and so you feel a little bit better all around.
I guess a nasty, scary moment in the Bulls-Minnesota game tonight involving former Wolverine Jamal Crawford. Look at him get faked out by Hoiberg, flip over and land right on the back of his neck and his head. My goodness, this is just horrible. Hopefully it looks a lot worse than it is. He was moving after he fell. Trainers put a neck brace on him, took him to the hospital. No update on his condition. We hope he's okay. There's a guy out in California. His name is Jay Stokes. He has set a world skydiving record. 534 jumps in 24 hours. He lands, he gets out of one chute into another, and then into a waiting plane to go make yet another jump. And obviously he made a bunch of jumps all night long. No problem. He broke his own world record, raised money for Special Olympics. His son is physically challenged. What a terrific thing to do. Jay Stokes, a pro skydiver from California, with a meaningful world. Wow.
That guy's fast.
I hope you double-check those chutes. You know, you're so fast. Make sure you get a new one.
He's putting a lot of faith in a whole lot of people.
New York City hosted what may just have been the sweetest fashion show on earth. The critics melted. The crowd salivated over these couture confections. They're made out of chocolate. Yes, instead of boxes of chocolate, there were actually chocolate boxers. There's even a wedding gown made of white chocolate, of course. Just like all the other fashions you see in New York, nobody actually wears these in real life either. But they certainly do taste good.
So what's the point?
What's the point of half that stuff they show, you know?
Well, at any rate.
Chief, tomorrow's wake-up weather.
Yeah, well, we won't have the snow, we won't have the winds, but we'll certainly have the cold air in place. It's still going to feel like winter. 31 when the sun comes up, but later on in the day we'll get up to 47.
All right.
And that's the latest from Action News. We thank you so much for joining us tonight.
We invite you to wake up with Eric Smith and Carolyn Clifford for Action News this morning. It starts 5 a.m. this morning. Then stay tuned for Good Morning America comes your way at 7 a.m. And again, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Let's look at some yum chocolate again.
You want more chocolate? I want more chocolate.